And then we have three champions at the same time. Adesanya, Usman, and Ngannou. We have three champions at the same time in the UFC, which is unprecedented. 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 Hey, English. But you get what I'm saying, right? Hello everyone and welcome to today's episode of The Corner Flag. You are here with your favorite host, Deshane, and today we are of course talking a little bit about the UFC, and as you can see by the title that they missed an opportunity, and yes indeed they did, bro. You know, Dana White is such a brilliant strategist. I don't see how he missed this one. I mean, there's been so many global events that have happened in Africa and he misses this one, right? WWE came over here, they made a killing, the World Cup was over here, they made a killing, and he just misses the opportunity, bro. He misses the opportunity and has been missing the opportunity so many times. And definitely they should have hosted their thing in this whole event, bro. It should have been in South Africa. I mean, why not? Yes, fine. Take it to Perth. It's in New Zealand. Hey, Adesanya has a big following that side, right? But how many South Africans are in New Zealand? Right? And it's the champion. So you would think that the champion would have some sort of home ground advantage in this case. Because if you think about it, right? There's already a fighting promotion here that exists. It's already here. EFC is here. It's running. It's successful. It's not like there aren't structures and systems and facilities that are already hosting this kind of thing. It's already there. You're not really starting from scratch, right? And then you already have a huge population of Nigerian people. I think in South Africa, we could be looking at around 46 to 48,000 Nigerians in South Africa. And those are just the documented ones, right? We're not even talking about the ones who don't have papers. The ones who have papers, they're documented at 48,000. So I think that we really missed an opportunity with this one, bro. We really missed an opportunity because we could have done more. Here you could have basically had Nigeria versus South Africa right here in South Africa. You bring it to Pretoria, Cape Town, whatever the case might be, and you have an event. The Nigerians are definitely going to fill it up. We know they are, right? And there's South Africans here as well. They can definitely fill it up too. And then you kind of have both crowds favoring both the fighters, and it's a beautiful event. And you brought it to Africa, like what we've been crying for. Oh my God, we've been crying for. Look, I don't know if he's going to get another opportunity like this one, right? Because he missed it so many times. The first time he missed it, okay, cool, fine. We had a champion, Kamaru Usman, defeats Tyrone Woodley. We have an African champion. Hey, we happy? Can we get an event in Nigeria? No. Adesanya defeats Robert Whittaker for the belt. Do we get an event? No. Adesanya reclaims the belt and becomes a two-time UFC middleweight champion by taking the belt, of course, from Pereira, who had beaten him before. Do we get an event in Africa? No. Francis Ngannou, right, beats Stipe Miocic for the heavyweight title. And then we have three champions at the same time. Adesanya, Usman, and Ngannou. We have three champions at the same time in the UFC, which is unprecedented. Unprecedented. Hey, English. But you get what I'm saying, right? Either way, I'm just saying though, right? Like, he missed an opportunity. I think there's just so much that he could have. He's a very good businessman, but this was not a very good move, bro. This was not a very good move. And right now, especially because I'm thinking about the fact that there's legitimate rivalry there, right? And I'm gonna do a separate video to do a breakdown because I feel very conflicted, especially as a black South African, right? Watching this fight, because we don't have many Africans in the UFC. Ngannou left. So yes, we have the addition of Simon and Dricus du Plessis, which is fantastic. Those guys are doing amazing. But if you're comparing the amount of like Africans, and I'm just saying it as a continental thing, right? Africans as a continental thing compared to Americans, people from Russia, Chinese, whatever the case might be, we are a minority, right? So it was nice to have like basically, even if you're a minority, you have like champions. As small as we are, we have great representation in that sense. And these guys go and make it a race thing. Yeah, they go and make it a race thing. And now it's like, okay, cool, Adesanya and them, they made it easy as an African to stand behind them, because whenever they broadcasted and whenever they marketed it, it was always there, the three African kings, Africa. You know, they never really made, as much as we all knew they were Nigerian and that was their place of origin, they made it very inclusive, right? But now they made it a race thing, so now it's like, oh, okay, cool. As a black South African, Adesanya looks like me, so there's no way I can hate Adesanya. I love Adesanya. He looks like me. He's black, right? And then there's Dricus du Plessis. Yes, he's white, but he's South African, right? He speaks Afrikaans. He's built on. He's South African. He's like, I can identify with him. And now these guys are gonna do this thing, and now it's like, okay, but now which camp am I supposed to fall in as a black South African? But I think I'm going to go into a whole separate video for that one, right? I'm going to go into a whole separate video. This one, we're just talking about how UFC missed they dropped the ball again on this one, man. They dropped the ball. Let me know what you think. If you are in Africa and you would have thought that it would have been better for the UFC to make the event over here in South Africa, right? Specifically South Africa, because as I said, there's a huge population of Nigerian people who live right here in South Africa. They can fill it up. Obviously it's home ground for South Africans. We can definitely support Dricus du Plessis as well. And as I said, we're gonna go ahead and do another video just to break it down. But yeah, I'd like to hear your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the video as well. Until next time, everyone, I'll see you in the next episode of The Corner Flag.